This is the first meeting of the local partnership that has been held remotely, and I must also confirm that it's been recorded. This is an important step for the local partnership, and as you know, we are not able to hold meetings in public at our usual location due to the government guidance on public health measures to tackle the COVID-19 emergency. Therefore, it is important that we take those steps available to us to make the proceedings of this local partnership open to scrutiny, and I can advise that the recording of this meeting will be available to watch on Renfrewshire Council's website following the meeting. To ensure that the meeting proceeds efficiently, there are some additional points that I need to bring to your attention. These are: 1, it is important when meetings are being recorded that it's only the person who is speaking who has their microphone on. This is because on the recording, if the noise from another microphone is picked up, the picture on the recording may move to that source of that noise and detract from the speaker. 2, for the same reason, it is important that there is a short pause between speakers to enable the camera to adjust to the new speaker. 3, anyone who wishes to speak should indicate in the show conversation instant message where possible, and this will be brought to the attention of the chair. Now, we also have officers here who will be aware if those who are on the phone want to speak, and they'll make sure that I'm aware of that too. 4, the content of any show conversation instant message sent on the Teams system will be shown on the recording. Members who are accessing by phone only should also put their phones on mute when not addressing the meeting. Before moving on to the agenda, can I ask the clerk to do a roll call of members so that it is clear who is present on the recording? After the roll call, we'll start the agenda. Thanks for that. Now, who's doing the roll call?
It's Tracy. Thanks, convener. We've got Councillor Burns, Provost Cameron, Councillor Devine, Councillor McCartan, Councillor McGurk, and Councillor Montgomery. And I've got Bill Martin, Shirley McLean, and Yvonne Prova. We've also got from the partners Stuart Miller from Engage and Ricky Payne from Renfrewshire Leisure.
Thank you very much for that. Welcome everyone to the meeting tonight. Can we go to the items of business? Any apologies?
No apologies, Chair.
Okay. Any declaration of interest?
Yeah, there should be one from me.
Okay, Bill.
Yeah, it's the Thursday Club.
Okay, thanks very much for that, Bill. And Shirley, you also indicated?
Yep. Glenburn Community Tenants and Residents, Short Mobility and Paisley People's Archive.
Thank you very much for that. Anyone else? I'll give you a wee minute. No, thanks.
Hi, Marie. It's Yvonne.
Oh, hi, Yvonne.
Hi. I just want to register Stronger Communities as well.
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks, Yvonne. Okay, can we go into item 1, the minute of the previous meeting, page 3 to 8? Do members have any comments on the previous minutes, or can we agree the minutes? Thanks for that. Can I have someone agree the minutes, please, of the previous meeting? Those present were Councillor Cameron, Councillor Devine.
I'll agree.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that. And can we go to item 2, which is the applications for local partnership funding for the Gleniffer local partnership, pages 9 to 114. I think it's pertinent at this point to mention, because not all the partnership members were at the workshop meeting, which we held during the week. Through that workshop, there was a unanimous decision about how we would allocate the money to the various applicants. And if you go to page, if I can find it, sorry, bear with me till I get the page. What we decided to do was split it into different categories. And that's page 9. Yeah, thanks for that. If you go to page 13, or Appendix 1 of the report. And what we did was we split it into 4 tables, I think we have, and we split it into different categories. Table 1 is applications to the Gleniffer Local Partnership only with direct reference to the Gleniffer local priorities. Table 2 is applications to more than one local partnership with reference to Gleniffer local priorities. Table 3, applications with partial or no reference to Gleniffer local priorities. And Table 4 was applications where activity date has been passed. We felt that when we were at the workshop, and other members can comment too, that this was a fairer way and an easier way for the partnership to decide how to apply funding. We also agreed that we would put a maximum of £2,000 per application. So can we go to Appendix 1 and look at the applications, and we do them one, do you want to do them one by one? The Thursday Club, can we agree the £2,000? Sorry, I'm not getting anyone to give me an indication.
Agreed.
Thank you for that. Councillor McCartan, did you want to come in?
Yes, before we actually start, can I just check? I'm right in thinking that we don't have anything like enough money to cover all the applications. And therefore, if we do it just one by one, you know, it's the old problem about the ones at the top get it all and the ones at the bottom get nothing. And I just wondered how we, you know, how best we can manage that. I realised I wasn't at the workshop meeting because I had the gremlins in the computer last week. But, you know, I'm just always afraid of the first people in the first end of at the top end of the list getting everything, and then we get down halfway down and there's nothing left. And I don't know whether you have thought through that since some of the fiascos of previous years, and you know how we can deal with that. Thank you.
Okay. Which clerk is doing the additions of the list? Is it yourself, Stuart, or is it Tracy?
We're kind of working together, and we'll tally as we go if we need to have a wee break to make sure we're doing it. So we're kind of, there's a couple of us working on it.
Right, as you can see, Councillor McCartan, at the top of the page, it's indicating that we've got £52,214 to allocate. And what we did was we agreed at the workshop that we would put a priority list, which is Appendix 1. Do we have a total for that list, Tracy?
I'm not working from a spreadsheet. We have spreadsheets. I think Sophia's got a spreadsheet that might have a total at the bottom of it.
Right, Sophia, can you give us that, please? Someone's got a radio on or a TV on in the background. Can they turn it off, please? Sophia.
Yeah, Councillor, it's 115,299 pounds.
Okay. So what we agreed at the workshop, Eileen, there would be a maximum of £2,000 per application. Councillor Devine, you wanted to come in?
Yeah, it was just to say that if we gave everything that everybody asked for in the first page, we would be oversubscribed. If we give everybody the agreed £2,000, it would save us something in the region of £30,000. Because I think if my calculations are correct, the ones that are over £2,000, sorry, if we leave them at £2,000, we come to £20,000. So it means that we get more money will go to the next page as well. If everybody knows what.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Stuart, do you want to come in?
Yes, Councillor McCall, just to clarify, the actual amount we've got to allocate is 51,864. That's just taken off the members' expenses that are ring-fenced, so it's just a slightly smaller amount than we said there. So it's 51,864 is the amount that's available tonight for allocation. Okay,
Councillor McCartan, did you want to come back in?
Right, so, oops. Yeah, so just clarifying, nobody will get more than £2,000.
No.
And if they've asked for less, they may get less, but nobody will get more than £2,000. Is that right? Okay, thank you very much.
Sorry, could I possibly get back in? It's nothing to do with the application. It's just a question.
Of course, Bill, please come in.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, the papers are still showing the Thursday Club asking for 4,050, and that's not the case. We put in an amended application which brought it down to about 2,000 and something. And I'm wondering, out of the ones that are left in this page, have they all done the same thing? Because of COVID virus, obviously they can't have meetings, so therefore they're still asking for exactly the same amount of money.
Yeah, it's a valid point, Bill. We actually, Stuart, can you come in and advise the members?
Yeah, certainly, Bill. Apologies that your amendment wasn't so fully taken in there. We wrote out, as you know, to all the applicants to say if they wanted to amend their application or not. Some of them did. A lot of them haven't. So the ones that haven't amended it are really there as they are, and you know, the other ones have been amended. So some have been amended and some haven't. Would be the short answer to your question.
Chair,
Yes, Eddie.
just to say, we had a really robust conversation about the 2,000. None of us are happy only giving £2,000. So I just want to make that clear that we're not picking MD. We're not happy that we've only got £52,000 or thereabouts. But that's all we've got, and we have to, in my opinion, we have to try and give as many folk some money rather than give very few all of it.
Thanks for that. Stephen, Councillor Burns, you want to come in?
No, I'm fine, Maria. I agree with Eddie said, and it'd be good if we could just divvy the money up the best possible. What we've got, everybody get a fair chance.
Okay then. Right, Councillor McCartan, you were questioning how we were going to proceed with this. If you get any suggestions then?
No, just the fact that you're giving folk a maximum of 2,000, I feel is a fair way of doing it. Obviously, if they've asked for less than 2,000, presumably they'll get less than 2,000. Like the other councillors, it's a shame that that's all we're giving some of them, but I think it's a fairer way of giving everybody something, unless there's anybody that we're particularly objecting to, which I don't think would be the case. I think just making sure that everyone gets a maximum of 2,000, I think, is a reasonable way of dealing with it under the circumstances.
Thanks very much. Councillor Montgomery, you weren't at the workshop either. Do you have any views?
No, I think that's a reasonably fair way to go. The maximum of 2,000, because you know it is a limited pot, and we are going to really struggle if we just give the first page £2,000. It'll be a very short meeting, so I'm happy to proceed on that.
Right, just to clarify, what we also decided was to split up the applications into the priorities of the partnership. So that should make it a bit easier for the partnership. So I need your agreement on how we proceed with this then. Do we go down one by one, or what do you want to do? Can I have someone give me an indication of what how they want to take this forward?
I think.
Can we agree?
Councillor Devine and then Councillor Burns.
I just think we should go through it, and if it's over £2,000, it's just marked down as £2,000, £2,000, £2,000, and if it comes to, I think there's a couple there that are one's on 2,000, one's 1,000. We could decide that and go through it. I'm going to say as quickly as possible, but that's mean.
Okay, can we agree that, members?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks very much for that. Okay, the Thursday Club then had asked for just slightly over £2,000. Can we agree £2,000?
Yep.
Agreed.
Agree.
Outdoor learning. Sorry, Shirley, did you want to come in?
No, I just agree.
That's fine. Okay, thanks for that. Outdoor learning activities project, £2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
The sharing and caring, £2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
Right. Project Open Doors, £2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
The Glenburn Senior Forum are asking for £2,000. Can we agree?
Sorry, Councillor McGurk. Sorry,
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Sorry, can I just ask you to slow down slightly so that we can calculate
Oh,
as we go
sorry.
down? Sorry about that.
I know. I apologise for that. I did say I wouldn't do it like the bingo.
Oh, some
column.
folk are never happy.
We're good at spending money, aren't we?
I
I've
know.
got as far as sharing is caring, £2,000, and then the
Yes.
next one.
Project Open Doors, £2,000.
Agreed.
And then the Glenburn Senior Forum, £2,000.
Agreed.
The Foxbar Friday Bowling Club are asking for 1,090.
Yep.
Can we
Agreed.
agree? Thank you for that. And the Foxbar Keep Fit Club, £2,000.
Agreed.
Thank you. The Foxbar Elderly Forum are asking for 950. Can we agree?
Yep.
Agreed.
Thank you for that. The Holiday Hunger Club are asking for £10,000. Can we agree? 2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
And the Miles of Smiles, 2,000.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Agreed.
And the G in the Park, 2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Community Involvement, 2,000.
Agreed.
Right.
And Regaining Confidence, 2,000.
Yep.
And can we give Tracy a few minutes to be able to give us a wee tally on that? Well done, everyone. It's not easy. You're absolutely right. It's very difficult for us, but I think you did really well there. Thank you for that. Right, so that's £24,040 we spent. That was quick. Oh, sorry. Is that correct? Yeah, we did. So we spent £24,040 of 51. So we've got 4, 2, 8, 7, 3. We've got 27,824 left. Is that correct, Tracy?
Yes, that's my calculation.
Thank you very much for that. So members, we've got 27,824. If you want to go to table 2, the applications this year are for more than one local partnership with reference to Gleniffer local priorities. Now, members, do you wish to proceed in the same way? The £2,000 maximum?
I'd be happy with that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, thanks very much for that. So the first one is fair trade. Is £2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
Pays the pirates, £2,000.
Yep.
Agreed.
The Not Threadbare are
Sorry,
looking for
can I interrupt?
700. Are
Stuart,
looking
did
for
you say the
700.
Paisley- Sorry, Councillor McGurk, sorry. Stuart, did you say the Paisley
Yeah.
Pirates was withdrawn?
Yes, Councillor McGurk, the Paisley Pirates, FR 1080, and also Community Safe Haven, FR 1166, have both been withdrawn. They were withdrawn yesterday.
Okay,
Sorry,
and it's
What was the second one there?
FR 1166, that's in the next table, Councillor McGurk. That was Paisley YMCA Community Safe Haven.
All
That's
right.
been withdrawn yesterday as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay then. Right, okay. So that's in table 3, that one, everyone, if you want to do that. So we'll go back to table 2. So what we've agreed so far is fair trade education, £2,000.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Not Threadbare are looking for 725. Can we
Yep.
agree?
Yep.
Agreed.
And now, Stuart, can I just check, is this the amount they're looking for this partnership? Or is that the total amount they're looking for?
Yes, this is the total. Sorry, this is the amount from this partnership that they're
Right,
looking
that's
for.
fine. Okay, thanks for that. The Bredlin Hall running cost, they're looking for 5,933. Can we agree for the C? It's the Paisley Sea Cadets. Can we agree £2,000?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Right. Remote walking in Renfrewshire are looking for £500. Can we agree that?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
Renfrewshire Connected Champions project, can we agree £2,000? It's RAMH.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed.
And Renfrewshire Accessibility Project, they're looking for 2,239. Can we agree £2,000?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Right, Jason, we'll give you a couple of minutes to do the sums. Right, okay, so we've got 18,599 left. Is that correct?
Marie, Marie, would you
Yes.
mind if I ask a question of Stuart or whoever put this together? In the second one down in table 3, community cricket coaching, it's 1068, and it's the Miko Riggs Cricket Foundation, and this is in the section that says no reference to Gleniffer local priorities, and yet it would appear to be isolation and loneliness. So I'm not quite sure why that's in this column and not a previous column.
Yeah, yes, it's obviously it's a bit of a subjective judgment, Councillor McCartan. But when we looked at the priorities for Gleniffer, isolation and loneliness is one of the priorities locally, and we felt that the cricket club, although they do a lot of good work, they're a very valued local resource, that their fit to isolation and loneliness probably wasn't. It was a bit partial rather than a full fit, if you like. So that's why it's in that column.
I'm not sure that I agree with you, which is why I have raised the issue, because particularly for younger teens who are involved in this, it is very much a kind of issue of isolation and loneliness, and that's an age group that very often, although they've got their school issues, is often quite an important issue. So I'm not going to quarrel with the fact that it's here. I'm just puzzled as to why it's here, and to suggest that maybe in future years more should be looked at in terms of which category this sort of thing should come into.
Okay, I think yeah, it's probably a good idea at the time, maybe, Eileen, when this application is submitted, that probably got a wee bit more information that would help.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for that. Right, obviously we're now on table 3, and we've got 18,599 left. If we were of the mind to give the people in this table all a bit of money, we could do a pro rata, or we could allocate a certain sum of money. I don't think we'll be able to give them all up to £2,000.
No.
There's quite a lot of them not anywhere near £2,000 though.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, but the ones that are over 2,000.
Right, hold on. Let Bill speak first, Stephen. Thanks.
I'm just saying the ones that are over 2,000, if you just take them and give them 2, they would still be above the 18 that we've got left.
Right.
And that's not counting the ones that are only looking for 450 and 480, etc. So maybe it would be an idea to think along the lines of reducing the 2,000 to maybe 1,500, something like that.
Yeah,
as a maximum.
Because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we've got 15 applications on this page, and there's one, well, the one over the page doesn't.
What would happen if you just gave them all half of what they were asking for?
Yeah, or give them 1,000. Everyone would get some. Oh yeah, we could give them half. We could try that.
Can I come in?
Yes, of course you can, Shirley.
We, a bit like Marie's, Eileen's query, we're down as partial for the criteria, and yet we meet the elderly, we meet the social inclusion, the £450. This is actually a memorial bench for anybody who wishes to go in and use it in the garden area of Blackburn Mill Bowling Club. And the reason it's in there is because it will not be vandalised and abused in the bowling club. We've arranged with the bowling club to put the bench in there.
Is the bowling club not private, Shirley?
Well, we've funded them for things in the past, but we technically, the bench is there, we purchased the bench and then put the plaque on it. Arranged to get the plaque made up, put the plaque on, and it's just regarding, because recently obviously we've lost a couple of really active members, and over the years we've lost various active members, and it was just, we felt it was a good way of remembering everybody that we've lost in the past.
Okay, well, if we go with the suggestion Councillor McCartan gave of about giving 50%, we might be able to give everybody something here.
It wasn't actually my suggestion, but
Oh, sorry, I thought it was.
It was mine.
Oh, sorry, Lorraine, it was just that if we did that, we could actually give everyone here on this list something. Kevin, if you get any suggestions or any, do you want to say anything on this?
Yeah, the idea of 50% is that my only slight concern over that is the one over the page. Are we counting the one that's over the page in this one?
No.
Right. Okay. Right. So, sorry, I'm confusing things. Then. No, that the 50% idea is.
They can't get. They can't get more than they can't get over £2,000. So, for example, the first one we'd only get £1,000 because £2,000 is the maximum. So, if we do 50% of that,
yes, I'd be.
Right.
I think I'd be comfortable with that. Yep.
Okay.
So the top amount will be 1,000.
Yeah.
And then other ones below that.
Yes.
As 50% of what they've asked for.
Well, no. Well, I suppose I didn't say that.
You know, for example, Oakshaw Trinity Friendly Hour 375. Would we be looking to give them 375 or 100 and whatever it is, which is 50%?
My proposal was to give people half of what they were asking for, but still retaining that maximum that we've applied throughout.
Right, so it's 1,000 or 50% of anything less than 1,000. Right. Yes. Okay. That's fine.
Can we agree that, Eddie? You want to come in?
I don't agree. I think if somebody's asking for £450 or 375 or 570, I don't see why you can't give them that, because that, if you gave them that, it would be less than the 1,500 that you're going to probably give everybody else that's got over 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 in for it.
No, but we're not going to, Eddie, we're not going to give any more than 1,000 because 2,000.
I'm only saying that for the very small ones, for 300 or 400 quid, it'd be a bit mean to give them 135 quid.
Okay, the chances are.
So what are you going to do then? Because this is just confusing matters even further. Then we need the whole point of us discussing this and trying to come up with a solution is so that we didn't end up in a situation like we've just ended up in again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only giving you my opinion. Whether it's accepted or no, I'll just go with what everybody decides. But I think to give somebody like half of 450 quid is well, that's mean, in my opinion. But if we decide that, it's no problem.
I know, I get you, Eddie, but somebody applying for 10,000 might think it's mean that we only give them 2. So I just don't know what the answer is.
Okay. Well, are we looking to spend all the funding that we've got?
Yes.
Right. Okay. To be able to do that.
Chair, would it be at all possible to go down all the ones that are over 2,000? All the ones that would get the £1,000 first.
That's what I was just about to suggest.
And then look at what we've got left for the small ones that Eddie is talking about.
Okay. Can we agree that?
But then what if there's nothing left for the small ones? That's the danger you're facing here.
Right.
Can I just come in again? Some of these, for example, Meikle Riggs and Ferguson Cricket Club, they may well have members that stay in our areas. But I'm only speaking for my own, but Glenburn community represents the whole of the people of Glenburn. So the British Legion Pipe Band, again, they've asked for £4,050. You give them £1,000, they'll obviously be very grateful. But how many of them are actively live in Glenburn?
It actually says in the application the numbers of people who come from the Glenburn area in the actual application, Shirley. Okay, can I suggest, without allocating, that we look to see how this would look? If we gave Paisley District 1,000, Tracy, if we could have a look at that. The community cricket coaching 1,000. The purchase of a cricket roller 1,000. The Ream Drop-In Centre, 1,000. I'm only doing the ones over 2,000 at the minute. The Establishing a Child Play Therapy Scheme, they're looking for 2,000, so that's 1,000. The Lamont Farm Project, 1,000. Taste of Culture, Black History Month, 1,000. Right, that's the one.
Excuse me, did you do the toy bank there?
No, we're just going to do that now, Lorraine.
Oh, right, okay.
So Tracy, could you let us know how much that would be, please?
So that'd be 7,000.
7,000. So we've
There's
got
another one over the page, Marie.
no, the one over the page is withdrawn. Remember, so
Oh,
an event that already it couldn't happen. Okay, so we've got 7,000.
We're just comparing. We've got a kind of private chat, so we're kind of comparing numbers with each other and coming back. Just
Okay.
can you just give me 5 minutes just to check?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Maybe we should have given all the smaller amounts their full amount and then split the rest up between the ones asking for the most.
Well, you might be able to do that actually, Lorraine.
Just throwing that in the ring.
That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you saying that, Eddie. I apologise.
Okay. Sweet. Right, okay.
But we've got a little bit of a difference of agreement.
Yeah, I see that. Okay,
Can we maybe go over it one more time? Sorry about this.
No,
just
no
to
problem.
explain, some of the officers are working. I've got a wee calculator that I used to have at high school, I think, and some of the officers have got a spreadsheet, so they're kind of quicker at calculating it up.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
Right, so I think we're in agreement. We've got £11,599 left if we allocate that.
Okay, so that's everyone there that over 2,000 getting 1,000. Okay, right. So that means then, if you want, the memorial bench and plaque can get the 450. Can we agree?
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you for that. Can the double the fund Renfrewshire Twins group can get the 482.75?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
The Renfrewshire Christmas Toy Bank can get 1,215.
Well, 1,000.
1,000.
Because all the other
sorry,
ones.
1,000. Yes, sorry, 1,000. I was forgetting. I was reading it as 2,000. The dates and mates, Renfrewshire can get 1,000.
Yeah.
No, aye, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep me right. What one have we to do now? The Oakshire Trinity Friendly Hour can get the 375.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. The Make Space Connecting Communities can get the 1,000.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you. The New Dog Agility Equipment, 570.
Yeah.
Okay. The Advanced Shop Mobility in Renfrewshire, 1,000.
Yeah.
The Paisley District U3A for you can get the 700.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we've got left now. Now, we don't need to spend it all tonight, remember?
Well, that would be a first for a long time.
But I think what we've just done is a reasonably fair way of dealing with it.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think Lorraine's comment about the smaller ones, someone else, is logical.
Yes. Okay, so it looks like we have £5,021.25 left. Stuart, we have one other meeting before the end of the financial year, is that correct?
Yes, we should be having a meeting probably just the other side of New Year.
Okay, it's up to you members, but we could keep that balance until that time. You never know what might be around the corner.
I think we should.
Okay, can we agree
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I'd agree with that.
Right, thanks very much. Right, well done, you lot. You did well tonight.
Well, I think that's been a much more constructive way of dealing with these. This was always the problem in the past, and I think it has been much more constructive. It was what we asked to happen, and I think it's been much more constructive, both from the officers' point of view and as councillors.
Okay, is it football time yet?
It certainly is. Go and enjoy yourself. Thank you very much.
Football, what
Could
football
I
tonight
just-
then?
Sorry, Bill.
Could I
What did
just-
you want to say?
It's just a, it's not a thought, but it's, see if we tightened up the eligibility, the criteria that we're given, maybe it would make our life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm looking at, for example, see that the one I was talking about before about trips and lunches.
Yeah.
If trips and lunches, which we were, I don't know whether, at one point it looked as if we weren't going to pay for food. And then we put in this bit at the end, for example, to tackling loneliness and isolation, which gives you a get out for actually applying for a Christmas dinner or a lunch or whatever it happens to be. That actually comes to £17,000 that we gave away, or we didn't give away, it was being asked for.
Okay.
For
okay,
food.
then, well, I think
and the other one that kind of strikes home with me is the one above that, our criteria says you cannot apply for the total running costs. You can only apply for part funding. Out of the 38 applications, 22 of them wanted everything paid for. No donations, nothing coming from their group or their members. They wanted the local partnership. 22 of them wanted the full amount from us. And I think that is making life a bit difficult for us when we've got so little money to actually distribute.
Yeah.
Okay, I think then if we can either discuss it just now or we can do it at the next meeting of how we change that then. We have to set the criteria, it's up to us to do it. Lorraine and then Eddie. Lorraine.
Yeah, I'd like to, I agree with most of what Bill is saying, to be perfectly honest with you, but I wouldn't like us to make any new rules that would exempt anybody from getting running costs, because the likes of stronger communities who are trying to provide a food bank, that should be something that we could look at to help fund in full. So while I agree with what Bill's saying, I wouldn't like us to make it more difficult for a group like that to be delivering an objective for the people of Glenburn that really, really need it.
Okay. Eddie, what did you want to say?
Just a couple of things. I did raise the food bank with the council, with the leadership board earlier, and I've asked them yet again to give the people who run the food bank access to the community centre, and they've told me they'll get back to me. But I've long objected or not happy with us paying wages, and if you look at some of the ones that have applied, it's to pay wages. Now, if we stop paying, if we eventually come to the stage where we can't give them the money that they need, we'll be blamed for people getting put out of work. So we really need to, in my opinion, we should be paying wages for people. I'm not against running costs, because at the end of the day, if the people, the groups that come to us for money don't get as much of the running costs as they can offer this committee, they'll fold, and we can't afford them to fold. But I'm totally against paying wages for people.
Yeah, you're right, Eddie. And as you said at the leadership board this afternoon, that about helping the food bank, we've already agreed that under COVID-19, any community that needs help with a facility, but we'll do our utmost to do that. And I'm sure Laura will get back to you quite quickly on that one. In addition, I'm also one person who does not like to pay wages through a system like this, because my view is it should be charitable. You should be giving your time and effort to it, should be on that basis. Stephen, you want to come in? Councillor Barnes, you wanted to come in?
No, fine, Marie.
Does
Thanks.
anybody else want to make a comment at this stage? No. Right, I think we'll put that on the agenda for the first meeting after the new year, scrutinising our criteria a wee bit more in depth. And that'll help the officers, because at the end of the day, it's the partnership they agree what the criteria must be, and we can make it more strict if that's what you would like to do. But at the moment, I would just say thanks very much for all your efforts today.
Can I
Oh,
just say one more thing?
You
See,
can,
for the next meeting, which will be whenever,
be after the new year.
the applications, could they possibly be put in the same order as we're actually judging them? You know, because at the first page, you know, you go from the first one to the second one, you've got to flick through umpteen pages to find it, and then the third one, you've got to flick through umpteen pages to find it. If they were given in the same order as they're written down in our lists, it would be a lot easier for us.
Okay, I think that's because they were put into their number order initially, and then obviously we changed that at the workshop this week to set it into a much easier table for the members to be able to clearly see which applications actually met the criteria that we set. So it was to try to help you, but yeah, we can address that and make sure that's done in future. But away and watch the football. Good night, everyone.
Somebody's told Manny watch the football, Montgomery.